Everybody, welcome back to Benchwarmer Report. We just kind of wrapped up one of the dumbest fantasy football draft of all time.
That shit was terrible.
I think this year, whatever draft that we in, whoever we're in with, there was a person who took two starting QB.
Mahomes and Allen.
Mahomes and Allen.
He must have shot up coke or something before he dropped it.
There was a guy that was on the board for such a long time. I forgot who his name is. I picked third, and somehow I end up with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, the first two picks took Cook and Kamara and left Christian McCaffrey on the board.
Yeah, so I picked third, thinking I was going to either get Kamara or Barkley or Henry. I ended up getting Christian McCaffrey. And then who else was on the board for such a long time? Oh, Clyde Edwards-Helaire was on the board.
He dropped to me in like the 7th round, C8?
The 7th round, yeah.
Like the 6th, 7th round. They was drafting Gus Edwards, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, somebody took Aaron Rodgers first or second?
Third, I think.
Third, yeah. And then somebody took a QB first.
Probably.
Mahomes. Somebody took Mahomes first.
That's not a bad pick, because, I mean.
That's not a bad pick, but then again,
it kind of is a bad pick.
You got like 20 other quarterbacks. The thing is, I think the only way you can do that is if fantasy ever revolves around a lineup with two QBs.
They do have some leagues where you do use two QBs.
I'm judging if
nobody really play like that.
Yeah. I'm judging if you're in a league with two QBs starting.
Yeah, there's no fun in that.
Like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
That's okay, man. It's just there's gonna be a easy walk to the playoffs for me in this league, which means an easy chance for me to get 500.
I joined this fantasy football team on ESPN that was a chance to win $250,000. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I didn't see that one. I should have probably joined it. I probably would have won.
Well, I mean,
depending on who was in there drafting.
I don't know. I don't know how is it gonna work, because there's total of 10 teams. But you're playing with amongst other people, so I really don't know how the shit work. Like, how do I win $250,000 with just only 10 player, like a 10 team system?
It's probably gonna go off of like whatever teams like win the league are probably gonna do another playoff off of that, like the league winners, and then the league winner probably the league winners probably gets the $250K. That's probably what it's gonna be.
I don't know, but sticking on the football, last week I think we wrapped the show, and then I think it happened that night or the day after.
The next morning, you were talking about Cam.
The next morning, yeah. So New England released Cam Newton. That was a shocker to me, because like considering how he played in the preseason,
He was playing good.
Yeah, he didn't look bad at all.
Except for the first game against Washington, he kind of played bad, and then after that, he pretty much played good. He was looking like Cam.
Right. My thing is like, why? Okay. Bill saw something in Mac. I get that. He looked great. He didn't look great, but he looked good. Like he looked good for being a rookie, and he looked good. My thing is like, why do you need to release Cam in order to start Mac? Why can't you just have that kind of like healthy quarterback battle? Because I mean, sure, the kid looked good the first couple preseason game, but you never know what's gonna be like down the road, and like mid-season in, and the kid ain't looking too good. The defenses of the league is starting to catch up to him and stuff like that. That's why you had Cam as a veteran quarterback who actually looked very good this preseason, but also before he got COVID last year. If it wasn't for COVID,
he was looking good before
Cam
COVID.
had a good 2-3 games.
2-3 weeks, and then COVID hit, and then once he got back, it's like the offense just wasn't the same no more. How it was the first 2 or 3 weeks.
But also, it was at a time where he was kind of blaming on the fact that like he had long haul COVID issues, which fine, like those are all real, and those definitely play into effect. So coming into this season, where he had some time off and he had a lot of time to
really learn the playbook.
But also just kind of recovering from COVID, not getting tired fast on the field and whatnot. Like, this was his season coming out party, essentially. and to cut him not even like midseason, like I didn't understand the thinking process of Bill on this move.
Well, I mean, we knew that the Patriots were gonna draft the QB this year.
We knew that.
That was almost a guarantee. So
we knew that, but I never in a million years would have thought he was gonna start.
Well, I think I can't say that. It depends. I would say it depends on who they drafted. Because let's say that Justin Fields falls to New England and they decide to take him. I don't see the way Justin Fields played in the preseason. I don't see Cam starting over him.
But
why not release Cam and just there's so
focus,
many.
Just focus on the rookie.
Yeah, on
really
the rookie, developing the rookie, and there's
first team rep and all that.
Yeah, and there's so many other teams that could use Cam. Denver, Washington, Carolina, if you want to say.
Who do you see him going to?
I feel like he might end up in Denver. I wouldn't care or not mind it.
That's kind of. I feel bad for Teddy if that does happen, because Teddy kind of seems like the guy that never really can keep a job for some reason, whether it's injuries.
Can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
And then when he do come back, it's someone else there that's been playing good. So it's like, why take them out?
Exactly.
They've been here balling.
But going back onto the Patriots, I get it that you want to like release Cam and really put Mac Jones in the first team, get him more reps and all that. But who's your backup? Like,
but they released Brian Hoyer, but they're supposed to be bringing him back, so he would be the backup. I would assume.
I don't know, man. If I were them,
I wouldn't be mad.
I would have let Cam ride it out until you feel comfortable bringing Mac in, because also kind of like Mahomes, where he sat his first season. I feel like rookies quarterbacks should be sitting their first season. Now, if you're not like a top, I mean, he was top, but he was pretty high up there. Mac was pretty high up there.
When did he get picked? Like 10th, 11th, 12th?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But unless you're like the worst, the top three teams, and you have no other QB on your roster, that's why you're picking a quarterback high. They had Cam, so it's like, I don't know, man. And Cam, I feel for Cam though.
I do too, but with Cam, you also gotta kind of tailor the offense around him, because he is a running quarterback. And think about it, like in New England, they were doing a lot of the same stuff that they did in Carolina. You know how they run the little heavy Panther shotgun where Cam just runs a lot of the QB draws. They were doing that.
Right.
With Mac Jones, being that he's a true pocket passer, they can go back to
the old Patriots, tight end slot receivers.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can see that too.
21 personnel, all that. They don't have to worry about spread. I mean, they can still get in shotgun, but they don't really have to worry about spreading the offense out, having to worry about incorporating like the read option and the RPO plays into the offense, because now they have a quarterback who can just sit in the pocket and read through his read through his developments and figure out which receiver is gonna be be open.
But now also it can just kind of go back to like Harris and John and White just running the ball more often, play actions, and going back to the traditional playbook rather than kind of get Cam in the shotgun with the option read. Yeah, I can see that too, but I don't know. I've always been a Cam fan, and I hate the way he left Carolina. I hate the way they did him at the last couple of years. Like, the man had a great run, took him to the Super Bowl, and then the last couple of years kind of been like a
ever
tragedy.
Since that car accident. People forget he got in that car accident, which kind of messed up his throwing arm. So, I mean, he probably still kind of recovering from that. I'm pretty sure it was a bad surgery or a bad injury, and he was out for a minute.
For him going forward, I don't see him signing anytime soon. I think probably like mid-season. He should be like keeping himself healthy, keeping himself in shape, keep throwing the ball, all that. But also, like, if some team, especially like contending teams that their quarterback injured or something,
there's for sure going to be a team that's going to need.
I don't see him. QB. I don't see him being without a job this season. There's no way Cam
even
is
if
not
he's
gonna get a job.
Even if he's a backup, the Giants could use him. Like, this is a make or break year for Daniel Jones. This is basically his contract year. 1 year before, I think this might not be his contract year. This is an extension year, if I'm correct.
Right.
So this is where he can get that rookie max extension and all that good stuff.
I don't think Daniel Jones is is a top flight quarterback. I think
Nah,
they fucked that draft pick up.
They had Dwayne Haskins, who wanted to come there, who's from New York, wanted to play there. I think he's from New York. Wanted to play there. Probably would have went there and been better than whatever the fuck he did in Washington.
Right.
And they went and drafted a dude from Duke instead of a dude from a D1 school like
probably
Ohio
mess
State.
with way more strippers in New York. Just saying.
I think Dwayne Haskins. I think he would have been. He's in Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah, but he got through all the little bullshit with the.
Nah, he's fine. It wasn't gonna penalize him because he was the victim in the situation,
That's
so
true,
he's good.
Yeah.
Nah, I think Dwayne Haskins would have been better in New York. I think they should have just took him. I think it would have motivated him more.
Yeah.
And Daniel Jones, I don't know what.
He just doesn't look like the type of guy who can handle a New York type of environment, media.
Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
He's too laid back. Dwayne Haskins is more like. Daniel Jones went to a Duke or UNC, one of those schools.
Something like that. It was
Dwayne Haskins went to Ohio State, so he used to being in the spotlight.
Yeah.
But he wanted to go there. He was motivated. He was like, I'm about to be coming home.
It doesn't look like Daniel Jones is the type of guy who can get Barkley going. He doesn't look like he can command the offense and get those guys playing at their best. I think this season is it for.
He's gonna have to.
Zach Wilson, on the other hand, is gonna have a way better season.
Oh, of course.
Than Daniel Jones will.
I think Zach Wilson is gonna be the best rookie QB that we see this season. To be honest.
You think so? Better than Justin?
Mm-hmm. I think he's gonna have a better season than Trevor.
I think Trevor's gonna low key kind of struggle.
I think Trevor's season is gonna be. I think Zach Wilson is gonna have like a Justin Herbert season.
Right.
Like he's the third or fourth QB off the board.
Could we consider Burrow's season as a rookie season?
No, because he played like 8, 9, 10 games, 11 games last season.
That's true.
He played a majority of the games.
But if you're talking about young quarterbacks that I'm looking forward to see the most,
I would think Trevor Lawrence is gonna have a Burrow type season though, minus the injury. Like I think he's gonna start off slow, just because of what the Jaguars are.
I just don't think their offense, they have James Robinson, but
they have weapons, but it's more so the offensive line and maybe the play calling for Jacksonville because they have offensive weapons.
And you think Urban can actually be that coach that he was in college and bring that in the NFL?
I think so.
I never been high. I never really been high on Urban, to be honest with you.
I'm an Urban Meyer fan because he used to be in Florida. You know me, I'm a Tim Tebow fan. So.
Right. I mean, I
think he'll be all right.
His days was great, but I've never been a fan of him. I've always been a Nick Saban or Clemson boy.
Fuck Dabo.
You don't like Dabo? I fuck with Dabo a lot.
Fucking hate Dabo. Fucking Republican bitch.
Oh.
Trump supporter. No, he's not that Republican. He is for sure a Trump
supporter. Take that away. Dabo is a great coach.
Nah, he's not for the players.
What you want to say about Dabo? Dabo get the kids playing at their best, bro.
Yeah, but he's not for the players. Fam, he was one of the main coaches that was against players getting paid.
That's true.
He wanted his players to still be slaves. You don't want them to make money and be successful. You want them to.
But nobody ever talked bad about Dabo.
I mean, he's probably a good coach, and the players probably like him, but.
Yeah.
I could care about the Trump shit. It's mainly not supporting the players.
LSU coach.
That man about to get fired. You talking about Coach O?
Oh, because
he just lost to UCLA.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, he just lost last night to UCLA.
Damn. Well.
And they had a bad season last year after Burrow and Jefferson and all them left. Yeah.
No, I was just saying as far as
he's out of there.
Mentality as a coach, but I mean he arguably one of the best season. One of the best season.
That's arguably one of the best college football seasons.
With Burrow. Yeah, you can't really repeat that. I can see why they struggled last season and coming into this season, probably they're going to be struggling because coming off just that high and literally losing all of your stars players, it's hard to kind of start recruiting things all over again, bro.
But LSU is one of the top recruiting schools, so I mean they'll be back eventually, but
man,
not right now.
Now we're away with the hurricane out there. Shit.
Oh my gosh.
If I was going, I'm staying away from that.
Damn, what were we talking about?
We're talking about Cam. Are we done with Cam though?
Oh, so we didn't even ask the main question. Do you think that the reason that they released him was because remember he had to sit out because he went and got his COVID test.
Yeah. That was a whole other issue with it. Yeah, go ahead.
He went and got the COVID test or whatever, but it wasn't done like I guess with the team doctors or whatever. So because he went out of what do they call it? Whatever. Because he went and got it with someone that wasn't like scheduled by the team or whatever, he had to still quarantine and stuff. So he missed a couple of the preseason games. That's when Mac Jones started balling. Right. That's when they ultimately made the decision to cut Cam.
Did you think that had something to do with it? Because I really don't think that had anything to do with it.
I think it did.
You think it did?
Yeah.
You think Bill just probably didn't want to deal with the hassle? Bill was just like, bro, if you want to be a team player, just kind of follow the rules and then like let us fall in line so we can go on to our regular schedule and not having to like kind of cater to you with your own
because
thing.
It may for the people who don't get the vaccine on the teams, it makes it a little difficult for the teams. It puts them in a position because the NFL already said if your team ends up if something happens like how it happened with Tennessee and Buffalo last season, and they have to reschedule the game.
Right.
And last season, like they were more lenient. Like a lot of the if there was any games that didn't get rescheduled, I don't think they counted them against the record or whatever. But this season, if you can't reschedule the game,
they put down the hammer this one.
Yeah, you can't reschedule the game in that 18-week period. It's going to count as a forfeit for your team for whoever like caused the outbreak, whichever team was the one that caused the game to be postponed. So and that's going to have implications for the playoffs. Obviously, teams aren't trying to deal with all that.
You can still have an outbreaks amongst like vaccinated players.
Yeah, but if it's an outbreak among vaccinated players, they're not going to penalize you.
Yeah, but then
because the rules are different. If everybody, like for example, we'll use the Hawks, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers. They're 100% vaccinated. Let's say there's an outbreak.
Wait. The Falcons
were the first team to be 100% vaccinated, and then Tampa Bay was a couple weeks ago.
That's wild, bro. One from ATL and the other one from Florida.
Well, the two states were.
That's wild.
Tom Brady said he got COVID right after the parade, so I'm pretty sure a lot of other people on the team got it too. Probably got sick and was like, "Fuck that! I don't want to get sick again. I'm gonna just go ahead and get vaccinated."
That's wild. You would think
most people would want to get that.
You would think Miami will be the last place. Anything in Texas will be the last place.
Mm-hmm.
ATL probably be the last place, but definitely Buccaneers will be the last place.
Yeah,
but, hey, they first, so I guess good for them.
Yeah, but so it's different though. So. Say with the Bucks or the Falcons.
You know what? Wait. Before you, you know what? They're just probably doing that because they're like, yo, the strip clubs are great. We need to go to the strip club on a regular basis, man. I can't be going to the strip club and have to quarantine and then join my team.
I mean, obviously.
Then, ATL motherfuckers like, yo, after the game, I gotta be at the strip club.
I mean, obviously, they want to have it so they can go out and just live their lives, but. It's different when.
If I were them, I'd do the same thing.
It's different for
no
the
strip
teams.
clubs? All right, I'm getting vaccinated.